All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
We haven't been in this space in a couple of years, so you guys get a comfortable chair today. Okay, so Craig is here from Service First Mortgage. He's going to present their new app that they have. I downloaded it on my phone this morning, and then we'll go over our top producers production, and then a few office updates. So Craig, just want to.
All right. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Guys, as you mentioned, I'm Craig Brown. I'm the branch marketing manager at Service First Mortgage Davidson Group, and I work with Barbara. And so what we set out to do is create an app for you guys that you could share with your clients. And we didn't want it to be so marketing focused or so obtrusive that they really didn't want to download it. We really wanted to give them a tool that they would keep on their phone. They can search, they can kind of do their own thing without necessarily feeling bombarded or feeling like they're being marketed to. And then when they're ready, they can quickly contact you. They can text you, they can email you, they can call you, and it's all from the phone. So the beautiful part about it is that it also can be co-branded with you guys completely free. You just go to the website. I'm going to tell you here in a moment. You put in your information. We'll create the app. We'll send you your own personal link. For example, Logan has homewiseapp.com/Logan Waller. And so you can market it real easy from the phone. You can actually, let me go ahead and show you. You can actually share it real quick too. But I'm going to show them here too. This is kind of what it looks like. I know we normally have a projector on it. So just like a normal phone app. From here, they can go to purchase. They literally can choose between FHA, conventional, USDA, VA. They can, hey, maybe I don't know. They press the I'm not quite sure button. It'll take them through a series of questions. Are they a veteran? Is the property in a rural area, et cetera, and then it'll pull up different calculations. So what a FHA calculation will look like, what a conventional calculation will look like. And so they can really choose between the options here and say, this is kind of what I'm looking at. They can save those, and so they can say, maybe this is 123 Main Street. I know if I go with this property, I'm going to have a conventional. This is my down payment. This is that. This is what my payment's going to be. And then they can save another property and say, okay, well, this is what my payment's going to be, and this is what my out-of-pocket.
So does it calculate in the taxes from the?
It does. MLS? So let me go ahead and show a quick example. And for those on the video, I would probably recommend go ahead and either downloading Barbara's. You can go to homewiseapp.com/Barbara. And that will download Barbara's. And like I said, when we get yours, you can download your own. If you do download Barbara's, when you get your own, undownload or uninstall, Barbara's, then download yours. Go to your link and download yours. It will take you to the App Store. It will look the same, but there's a little code behind there that says, hey, this is mine, or this is the co-branded version. And so it'll install the right version on your phone. So to answer your question, I'm going to go to a conventional loan, and it allows me, you can't really see, it allows me to do a little bit of a slider tool to say, okay, my down payment, I'm going to put 10%, 8%, 9%, whatever the case may be. I've got my property price. I got my interest rate. If I click this advanced button, I really can get a little bit more advanced as far as my credit score, my monthly HOA fees, if those are there. My hazard insurance is already pulled in. My annual property taxes is already pulled in based off the county. That's Dallas County for here. And then we'll go ahead and press the calculate button, and it'll show me, just kind of show you guys here, a little breakdown here as far as what my principal interest, what my taxes and HOA fees are. I can do a full amortization schedule, or even just find the details. So it'll tell me what I'm looking at up front. It'll really break it down for them across the board as far as what they're looking for. So once they're ready to contact, what do they do? And that's the beautiful part about it, is once they're ready to go, there's a little button up here at the top. Let me show you. Let me go back out to the dashboard. Once they're ready to go, there's a little button here at the top. They can click on Logan's face. They got call, email, text, or they can read a little bit of the profile. Down here at the bottom, they have the same situation. So if they're on the dashboard, they can quickly contact you. You're the first person that they get to call. If it's a co-branded app, you guys, if they press the call button, that's who they're calling. They still can contact Barbara by pressing Barbara's face in order to bring up her information. So not only can they do the purchase calculations, they can find out affordability. How much can I afford is one of the options here. As far as again, having a tool and a resource, we do have Mortgagepedia, which is our exclusive database we have right now. 95 different articles about the home buying process, whether it's, what is a warranty deed, all the way through, 5 mistakes that first-time home buyers make, or 5 myths about home buying, or any of those that they would really want to kind of research prior to the home buying process. We've got it all here for them. They can research without even going to Google. But whenever you guys have your co-branded app and you're ready to share, there's 2 ways that you can do it. You can simply just give them your link, homewiseapp.com/your name, or if you've got your phone out, you're talking to them and say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, I'm going to send you my app. You can keep it on the phone and you can do your own calculations at any time as well. And then when you're ready to go, just give me a call and I'll be happy to help you. And you press that little share button in the top right. You can share via text, via email. Just click it, put in their name, their phone number or email, sends it right away to them. And so that way you don't have to worry about getting through any complications or any weird links or anything like that. You just send it directly to their phone.
Are you saying HOMEWISE?
That's correct. HOMEWISE app. APP is what we app. And I do have AP working, but app.com is what we're looking for on that. So again, this is just a brief rundown. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to work with you one-on-one and just kind of take you through how the app works. We've seen a lot of success with it so far. Just again, people feel like it's unobtrusive. They want the information. They don't feel like it's trying to yell at them. That,
So,
hey,
Craig, when is the best time to introduce this to them? Is it when the lender is pre-qualifying them over the phone, or is it when the agent is?
First contact period. Hey, so I understand you're looking to purchase a home. You guys have your own spill that you like to give to them at the end. Hey, I'm also going to go ahead and send you my mobile app. Go ahead and keep it on your phone. You can do all your calculations and kind of get some research done ahead of time. When you're ready to get pre-qualified, you can call Barbara. Her name and number is right there. You just click on it. And you can give her a call to get pre-qualified.
Okay, so several points in making this effective is on these apps. From what I've seen, if you just mention an app to a consumer, 99.9% of the time, they don't do anything. They don't engage. It's like when you're talking about any type of something that's technical or software, you actually have to demo that to get them to engage typically. So that's where I would encourage you to send it to them right then, and then say, okay, did you get this? Let's go through this, and then of course explain the benefits, because they're getting this from Trulia, Zillow, other places, but it's not linked to the tax records, so it's not going to have accurate information. But this will have accurate information because it will have accurate taxes, and I assume the insurance is it?
So we do all that on the back.
Insurance, or do you have?
We do that all on the back end.
Okay.
So if you find that, hey, this tax is a little bit high, literally in a matter of 30 seconds, I can go in and adjust the taxes. So it's all done, all inputted from the back end. So for all the taxes for the area, all the insurance for the area, everything has been manually inputted.
That's really important because so many of these other apps do not have information that's going to be area specific.
And
Right,
the
it could be national.
insurance, is it like a specific insurance company you're working with, or what?
It's a standard average for the area that we're here, right?
Okay.
As far as what we see on the back end. So again, if you guys are seeing it and saying, hey, this is a little bit too high for the area or anything like that, and if we overlook that or we overshot it, we're all about, let us know, let's go in, let's get it fixed real quick. And once I update it on one, it will push out to the other. So some of the other cool things about it, again, once you get it on their phone, that's the big part, is getting it on their phone, because now they have the tool, they've got your information. I tell this story the other day. I was trying to call one of my loan officers, and I had forgotten their cell phone number, and I literally was easier to pull up their app and get their number than it was to search my database to get her phone number. So it works, and it's just the technology and the way that users are using it right now. But for you as the realtor, you guys are going to get an email that says, hey, so-and-so is doing this type of calculations, or so-and-so is doing, or that type of thing. Right now, it just shows you numbers, but we're working with our developers to bring in that next level that says, hey, Joe Blow has done so many calculations over the weekend. I need to give that person a call, because obviously they're a little bit more interested than the other person that may be only doing 2 calculations. Or
In that case, it comes back and says anonymous. Doesn't give you a name. It says anonymous online.
If it does, that's because they didn't put it in, their name in. So they're supposed to put their name in during registration. Right now, it's not required, but I'm going to get it required, because to me, I'm giving them something for free. you know what, just put a little skin in the game. At least give me your name and then one version of the contact, probably just the email, so that way, but text is usually the phone number's the best. So again, working through that, we're gonna get that going for you. This is literally coming straight off the presses, off of development, and so you guys are some of the first people that are even getting access to it.
Can that be added to our individual websites?
Absolutely.
So that a client, if they're out there on our website, they can go to that app, put it on there.
Absolutely. So, for example, and I apologize, I don't know your name.
I'm Rose.
Rose, what's your last name?
Thompson.
Rose Thompson. So what would happen is if you would go in and request the app, I would create a homewiseapp.com/Rose Thompson. It would basically redirect them to the app store for them to download it. And so that if they follow that link on their phone, it's going to take them. If they don't, if they're on a desktop, it'll take them to a landing page, and they have an option to download down at the bottom. And what that will do is that'll send a text to their phone with your link.
Now, did I understand you say you would go into my website, put it on my website?
If you ask me to, I will do it.
That's it too.
If you ask me to, as long as you give me back-end information to get in, it's not a problem. I can do that for you. Not a problem. Any other questions? Guys, there's a lot more, but again, I'm short on time, so please call me if you have any questions about it, such as how do I get it on my website, how does I promote it, how do I do anything. I will be talking to Logan, and he may be coming out again during the next phase when we get your home search on it. So that's the next phase we're looking. So anything else? No? All right, well, thanks for your time. Thanks, Logan, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, we got one thing. So if you do want the app, just go to barbermaker.com /HomeWise Partner Barbara. I have shortened it to HWP Barbara for you guys as well. So H is in Harry, WT, Barbara, and that will take you to a landing page. Put in your information there. It will notify me, and I'll get your app turned around real quick. Okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. So I'll go over just a quick overview for market stats. I pulled market stats a little differently this last month, and these are for the quarter. So, when you drill down a zip code or your Geofarm, then quarterly stats, of course, usually going to be more accurate than monthly stats. So, and it also presents it a little bit nicer than the way I usually pull it. But whatever you're comfortable with, as long as you know your stats, that's all that matters. So, a few highlights. Collin County prices, median sales price up 10.8% compared to first quarter of last year. Keep in mind it's quarterly, not monthly. So sometimes you need to know your market regardless, but part of these stats each month, reviewing it, is to have something that's kind of a teaser or something you can mention to people that will create engagement, because it shows that you're the market expert. So what you want is something that you want to create engagement. If it's a sharp number, if it's a big change, then that's going to create more engagement than no change at all from last year. So that's what I always look for, is where's the most change in here. So looks like 75009 prices were down 15%. So I'd be curious of what caused prices to be down. So that's something that you want to let your buyers and sellers know, is that not every zip code, not every market prices are up. Some neighborhoods are not changing like other neighborhoods. Let me, the expert, show you what's going on in your neighborhood. That's where real estate is local. So 75023 prices are up 16.4%. 75048 prices are up 48%. It's huge. So that's where knowing those zip codes and quarterly, it's going to be a little bit more accurate to the monthly numbers. Dallas County, what was interesting is the median sales price is up more in Dallas County this last quarter than Collin County. That's been unusual because Collin County historically has had higher increase to Dallas. And why do you think that is? Because prices in Collin County are more homogeneous. So the neighborhoods are more homogeneous. There's not as much of a variance between low-priced homes and high-priced homes. In Dallas County, there's huge variances. We have Fair Park with $15,000, $20,000 homes, and then we have just a few blocks away, $1 million homes. So that's starting to level out, which is creating big price increases for Dallas County. There was a multifamily meeting that I wanted to go to. I was out of town, but Kathy went to this last week, and one of the speakers said, if you were to drop just within downtown Dallas and drop a pin on downtown Dallas and look at 3 miles around the perimeter, those are the values we're really going to see go up. And look at the disparity between certain sides of the highway, just between Central Expressway right here. The price per square foot is double on this side of Central Expressway than it is on the other side of Central Expressway. Well, those are the things that we're going to start seeing level out more, and the lower priced properties are going to start coming up. So that's one of the reasons that for the whole county we're seeing this change. So when you look at the zip codes, 75006 is up 8%, 75038 is up 49%, and 75042 at 28%. So huge price increases for parts of Dallas County. So know, near Geofarm, what has the change been? And of course, days on market is down almost across the board, and the active inventory is down in most markets across the board. All right, Erica, you want to kick us off?
Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you guys for being here with us. I want to start off by announcing our Agent of the Month and our top producers. And we had a tie this month for top producer, and it was Claudia. She's not here today, but Nina. And Wes, again. He's our top producer for the listing side, and Sarah Jones for Agent of the Month. Thank you. I also want to point out our stationery. I've left it here again, and if you all want to try it out, and we will be happy to kind of give you some complimentary stationery just to try it out. I know Venus has used it, and she was happy with it, and we've reduced it quite a bit because we do want you to brand yourself and have our marketing consistent. And these are good for thank you cards, and it really helps you stand out and to do some follow-up. So if you don't follow up with your clients at least once a year, then maybe you should pick a day and just spend all day going through your database and sending these out. This would really be a big help. And so I'll leave that there for you. And then I also want to touch on the buyer and seller's guide. And so these buyer and seller's guide are so important. And if you haven't used these, they're available on Back Agent. And there's a lot of stuff available on Back Agent. We put checklists back there that we worked on, Logan and I. We spend countless hours to assist you. So I know when we have a transaction, there's a lot of things going on. Sometimes we miss steps. And so those checklists are real important. So if you want to take a note, it's under Back Agent Office document. There is a lot of valuable resources there. So definitely take a look at that. And you can edit and customize your guides for your buyers and your sellers. So if you have any questions about that, get with Jeremy and I, and I'm going to leave these here. And we also have some samples in the back as well. And if you're not using our preferred vendors, we do have the vendor list available on Back Agent. It's from our title companies and our mortgage, and there's also all the vendors that we use for property management as well. And so that's from lawn care and so on, any vendor that you can think of. And we're always welcome to new vendors. So if you know someone that's just great, your clients love them, let us know, and then we'll try them out and we'll get them on that vendor list, okay? Also, property management, we're looking to grow our property management company, and there is referrals, and we talk about that every month, but we would love to have an opportunity to earn their business. And so if you get with me, I'll get with your client, and then we'll go ahead and give you that referral fee if they do sign the property management agreement with us.
And most of the inquiries that we've had, Erica has been converting over to property management. So we've really come along, she's come a long ways there.
Right, and a lot of them have been referrals from you also. We really do appreciate that. And as far as headshots, so I've been going through, and I know Jeremy's mentioned it, and if you search walletgrouphomes.com, which is our company website, we have agents who, there's 2 agents there, but I'm gonna have all of our agents on the website, and we're always consistently making updates to that and making good changes to the website. And if you don't have a headshot, I'll be reaching out to you, and I want to make sure that everyone has a headshot so we can see our faces, and you can get organic leads through conversion on that. And also, if you're not using conversion, it's a great tool. You can get with Jeremy, you can get with myself, and we can talk about conversion and how it is beneficial to your business, and it's so important. And so if you have questions about that, please do see me. Signs, with open house signs, I know a lot of agents are doing open houses right now, and you guys have been doing a great job getting those back to me. But if you're interested in purchasing your own signs on Back Agent, there is the form for that. So you can get with me on that, and if you know of another sign company, we're always looking for, to get the cheapest price, but of course it would have to be good quality. So Logan and I will review that. And as far as an update on Back Agent, we're really looking to get the marketing pieces on Back Agent under flyers. And so if you've played around with Back Agent, I'm sure you've probably came across that tab and it's empty right now. And Jeremy is working real hard to get those on there. That way you don't have to reach out to Jeremy. And then right now he's doing a great job, and he's really changed our marketing completely. But instead of going through Jeremy, then you can print that here at the office. Okay. And that's all I have now, but if you have any questions about anything that I mentioned, just get with me, and then we'll discuss it at that time, okay? Thank you.
Richard?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Nice to see you guys here. I wanted to start off with just a little human interest story. I got an email last night from an agent. I didn't know this agent that said, "Is your listing at Martell still available? Because I have a buyer that'd like to write an offer." So I said, "What are you talking about? Did you send this to the right agent? Because, I'd like to help you, but I don't know what you're talking about." So he writes back and he said, "Excuse me, I found it on Zillow and it said you were the listing agent." I had that listing in 2007, so that's what we're faced with. Also, Erica was talking about Back Agent. The same place that she was referencing, that's where and we tried to isolate that so it'd be easier for you to find, especially the new agents that are going through the ramp-up training. We actually have it broken down by a week. And just because you're experienced and you're not brand new, feel free to go back and if you want to start over with week one, there's some good, all the training's been updated. Logan's done a great job of redoing those and getting them into really nice little chunks so it doesn't take up a lot of your time. So
And they're a lot more organized.
yeah, they are very organized. Jeremy's he's done a great job. And we also have the first 4 weeks broken down by day and by task. So, and I know you guys, are not brand new, but once again, if you want to take advantage of that, just look at week one and see what the week one template looks like. And you might want to get us some consideration if you feel like you're missing a little bit, just to stay on track. And you guys that are in coaching, and all of you guys are, Claudia's not, but you guys are, and we go over those things and try to keep you on track. Remember, right now, FSBOs, you need to be putting part of your day into acquiring that business and working those FSBOs. We've been talking about plans and having at least a 4-week plan. If you think you're going to get that FSBO on that first contact, you're not, more than likely, unless you're very, very lucky. So it's a slow process, but if you have a plan and you track where each one of those FSBOs are in your plan, 4 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it takes, I say work them until you find out that they listed with someone else, they listed with you, they sold it to themselves, or they just said, "Don't ever call me again." Then you should be working them continually. Okay?
Now, if you're working with fewer than 50 FSBOs and less than a 6-week time frame on those 50 FSBOs, and if you happen to get a listing and you're not doing that, then it's kind of like Richard said, you're lucky. It's like you just got lucky.
It's a slow process.
Yeah, when I was just beta testing it myself about a year and a half ago, then those were the numbers that I had projected, and they were pretty accurate. So, but it takes, and I didn't even, I just did it for 2 weekends, but most of your business comes from the follow-up. But you have to cast a wide net on those FSBOs and be constantly following up with them before you can really expect conversion.
And I sent you guys that 8-week plan. You can use that, or you can add to it, subtract from it, but more than likely it's going to take at least 8 weeks. But the thing of it is, if you're there on 8 week, more than likely you have no other competition, because they're going to try 1 week and then they're going to move on to something else. So just be consistent. Okay.
And to me, probably what I thrive on in this business, what I really enjoy the most, other than money, is learning. And I think we could all agree that, you know, if you get stagnant and you're not learning, or if you're making, let's say you are making plenty of money, and then you generally what happens, I know it did with me, when I was making a lot of money, I wasn't learning very much. I was having fun. So learn, it's a constant balance in this business. That's a great thing about BizBo's, is that you're always learning so much from these sellers. Most of these sellers, a lot of them know more than you do about their market. So you learn a lot when you're interviewing these sellers, and when you are identifying ways and really peeling the onion on how to help these sellers, because that is what will give you the practice to where you'll be able to enhance your value proposition and deliver better, consistent business to your sphere of influence.
I just got one more thing to say. You guys that received your awards today, big kudos to you. Get that out on Facebook today. Let somebody take a picture of you and post it and get some publicity out of that. Okay? Good job, guys.
Yeah, good job. And because that also helps you with credibility.
Yeah.
And credibility, when you have awards from your broker, then that's credibility. You can go to your.
And Sarah was actually published in the newspaper. You cannot buy that kind of advertising. I mean, that getting something published has so much more credibility than any kind of ad you could ever run. So, way to go. Kudos.
Great. Jeremy, do you want to give us an update?
Yeah, so pipeline is ending on the 21st. So if you can today or tomorrow, if you have any leads that you want to keep, just export them on an Excel spreadsheet. I can help you with that if you want me to. Just make sure I get it done either today or tomorrow. I'll have a master list of all the downloads, but just so you help me help you do them now.
Yeah, there's a lot of duplicate entry between conversion and pipeline. And conversion has fantastic tools. I was meeting with the social media consultant, Jason Esperanza the Rook, and he said, you know, he consults for brokerages all over the Metroplex, and conversion is by far the best tool to use for IDX, for your IDX vendor. So take advantage of it. You know, I pay a lot of money every month for that, so use it. If we don't use it, then I'm starting to certain things, and if we don't use it, then I'm canceling it because it's so expensive. And I have canceled several things in the last month just because I don't see the agents using it. And you know, one of the things that I'm using, I've gone on 3 listing appointments just in the last week, is the divorce and probate. You know, I've been telling our agents for the last year and a half to use that, and I'm not seeing that being used, but it's a very powerful, powerful tool. I don't know if any other brokerage advise that. So, you know, use those, because we pay a lot of money for all those things. I think, is that wrapping it up, or do we have anything else?
And I mean, you can take that pipeline export and upload that into conversion. So now we talked about doing it too far. So I'll help you export it. I'll help you upload it in the conversion. It'll be all those contacts and leads will be up on your conversion. And then you can build your squeeze pages and all your other advertising and marketing through conversion. We'll push out those leads that you already have.
And having Jason here for that class a few weeks ago, he's coming back for another class in the next couple weeks. So that's also, you know, it's not cheap. That's a really good. We're also enhancing our social media strategy here at the brokerage. So you'll notice some changes over the next probably 2 weeks to a couple months that Jeremy's doing, because we're using other consultants to help us with that. So, but in any advice or classes that you attend regarding social media, let us know, and we'll look at that closer. But Jason is a pretty good consultant. We've had good feedback from him, with some peers of mine.
I did want to add a few things, just to ask yourself, what are you doing to help your clients make the transaction a bit easier for them? Since, as we know, with buyers and even sellers, the moving, it's a very emotional process for our standard home buyers and home sellers. They're selling a property, and along comes these emotions and sometimes a little stress. And so what I've done for Logan's clients is I'll send them the UPS link to change their address, which helps them. And then we also want you all to use the concierge services. And so I have that link. We're gonna put that on Back Agent under resources. And so it's just Concierge Services. Basically what they do is you'll type in their information and the Concierge Services will contact your client direct. It is a third-party source and they'll help them get utilities at the cheapest price for that zip code. And so that's also a great tool. And I'm gonna send you all a mass email today with a lot of information on how to help your client with the transition process and just a few simple steps that wouldn't take you all a lot of time, especially if you set up a template and you can send that to your buyers and your sellers. So it would really, really help. And it'll also set you apart from other realtors who are not making that transaction process better.
And that's where either you or your assistant needs to be following that buyer checklist. And it's real important to follow those checklists, the listing checklist and the buyer checklist, make sure those things are all facilitated. And the moving checklist is another tool. You know, that's in the seller's guide and the buyer's guide. And you guys can be proactive on your client's behalf and be intuitive. You know, ask them about the things on that moving list. Have you ordered boxes yet from Kimberly? Let me do that for you. Have you scheduled your mover yet? Well, let me give you a couple numbers. You know, all it is cut and pasting from that moving list that we've already given you. So just use those tools, and that will generate the referrals that creates the profitability in your business, which is always the most profitable component of your business.
We're gonna go ahead and do our drawing, and I'm gonna have Barbara
Is Kimberly on the phone?
pull. Yeah, she is.
Do you have anything to say?
Turn it up. Kimberly?
Kimberly, you wanna give us a quick update before we do the drawing?
Glad to have you back.
Hi, everybody. So I just want to go over again, make sure we're using our moving boxes. Again, that adds value for you guys to your client. It's a free charge for you guys. I know, there's a few of you that use it, but the majority are still not using it. So if there's a reason why, please let us know. The other thing is anything we can do to help you, that's what we're here for. So if there's something that you see consistently that we could be doing better or that we could help you with, please reach out to somebody and let us know. And to use our preferred vendors. They're the ones that are paying for some of our marketing and things, so it's real important, that we use them. I know we're offering a second opinion mortgage right now. So, that if your client gets a $50 gift card just for giving our mortgage vendor an opportunity to win their business. So I know Jeremy's been reaching out to you guys on that. So let's make sure we're doing that so our vendors can see, hopefully some conversions on that. That's all I have for today. So.
And the way I look at it is you owe your clients at least the opportunity for the best service possible. So, Barbara we've worked with for years, and I know with my personal clients, she's always provided great personal service. So explaining the mortgage terms, explaining things, especially for first-time home buyers, it's so important to have someone that will take the time to do that. So keep that in mind for your referrals. And also, a lot of times when you have that contract, there's so many different things that are happening, but I guarantee if Barbara's the one that's working on the loan, and if it's someone else that you don't know, then you're going to have a higher probability of it getting closed. So make sure that, ask them, is there a reason that you don't want a second opinion? Find out, because I want to know. This is something we talk in our management meetings every single week about our mortgage conversion, and I'm trying to get more feedback as to why we don't have most of my clients convert. So I've had good experiences. So I want to know what would be an objection with any other clients. I know back when I did sell a lot of more property myself, 95% of my clients would use my mortgage vendor and title. So it's because I want to make sure that they have the best possible service, and my vendors always provide the best service. So if you have vendors that you think are doing a better job, or you've had better experiences, let me know, because that's what our preferred vendor list is made of, are referrals from our agents and referrals from past clients. We want to make sure that vendor list always has the best referred vendors possible on there. That's why we have that star rating on the preferred vendor list. All right.
And also having Linda right here in the office, guys, what What a godsend that is.
Yeah. It's so nice for her to call me up and say, okay, well, this is, this is an issue on this title policy, or this, that's just, it's really nice to have that service. Going to pick up earnest money checks or whatever you need done, it's really convenient to have that. So we can thank Nancy Carroll for making that happen. Appreciate Linda being here. All right.
So we're gonna make a drawing today, and this is, it has to be redeemed within 30 days, and we're gonna do a headshot, or we're gonna do a $50 credit to a shoot at a listing. Okay, so it does have to be redeemed within 30 days. And Barbara, do the honors.
Is my name in there?
No.
I never win.
Just get your next one.
It should be in.
Claudia. Claudia.
All right.
You don't count, you're outside the room.
You have to be present.
Linda, did you want to say?
I just wanted to first off, say congratulations to everybody on their awards this month. We are finalizing our conversion to Millennium Title. That'll be done the first 2 weeks of June. So you'll be seeing a change in email addresses, logo, the whole bit.
All right. Okay. But we're not converting Linda, she's still here. All right, that's the most important thing.
I'm gonna say right
All right.
So Barbara brought us lunch, and so we hope everyone sticks around and shares lunch with us. We really
All right.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Barbara.
You're welcome.
All right.